2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Looking at the last game for the Los Angeles Clippers, it was a loss to Phoenix. You know, guys, you hate to get embarrassed on your home court, but that's exactly what happened. It was a tough loss for them.
And really, I thought what was the difference in that game, offensive rebounding, or the lack thereof. A lot of one-and-dones in that game.
Yeah, offensive rebounding to me is all about heart, the willingness to get in there and mix it up, do your work early, get to that inside position. And I didn't see any of that fight from them.
And the Clippers starting five. Griffin is out there with Marc Gasol. Then it's Matthews. Then there's Green. And it's Paul in at the one spot. Now here's Paul, hoping to put that miserable performance against Phoenix behind him tonight. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. 1:29 left to play in the first quarter. Clippers were so strong on the road last season. They led the league, Clark, in field goal percentage while on the road. And actually they scored more points away from Staples than in it.
Especially down the stretch, Kevin. I mean, they finished the regular season with 8 straight road wins to get home court advantage in the first round. Superb.
Here's Paul. After Wesley Matthews' score, Gasol. Klay Thompson grabs the miss. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with head coach of the Clippers for just a moment. One player that he's talked to his guys a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical, and try to get him on his heels as much as possible. Guys, Curry is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll see if they can do that without fouling him.
All right, Doris.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop. And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
And here is Green after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D, because that clearly was a breakdown.
On its way from Curry for 2. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And 11 points for Steph Curry. Clippers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Paul against Curry. Paul outside. Pass to Griffin. Back to Paul. The 3. Shot is off.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And Blake Griffin grew up playing the game alongside his older brother. His dad was his coach, and he credits his brother for inspiring. Well, talking about taking the right course, we know that the older brother of Blake Griffin, 3 years older, you know, he played, as did Blake, for their dad, Tommy, in high school, and they were terrific high school players and 4-time state champions.
I mean, it always helps to have a big brother who's kind of been there and done that and can share those experiences with you. Doesn't hurt to have a dad also who's a pro player either, and also a college coach.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Johnson out there with Pierce. Then it's Chris Paul. Then it's Rivers. And it's Gasol. And at the 5, down low. And guys, Wesley Johnson, 4th overall pick back in the 2011 draft. Everyone thought he would have the jump shot to become a prolific scorer. And Clark, the length to defend at a high level.
Yeah, you know, in his rookie year, he averaged 9 points a game. Last year, his 5th, he averaged 10. I think it's to the point where he is what he is.
The drive by Paul, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
You know, and getting back to Wesley Johnson, you kind of want to kidnap him and just chain him to a set of weights. I mean, he has all the natural ability in the world to be a difference maker, but he just lacks the strength to do anything with it. I mean, a voracious competitor in college, He's been relegated to marginal production at the pro level, and I really feel like a lot of it is because he physically struggles at times at this level.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Griffin's checked in for Gasol. Green comes in for Pierce. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Johnson. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Rivers.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry. Back-to-back threes for him. Defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that three, or you'll give up points in a hurry.
The drive by Paul.
Just not happy with how his team is playing, and they just have been on the wrong side of this run.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? Sometimes just a pause in the action, which is what a timeout can give you, is enough to change things around.
Three seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Matthews against Thompson. Griffin passes to Matthews. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And again, no good by the Clippers. Thompson for the triple. And the release was before the buzzer. And so that's the end of the first.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He had 11 points and 1 assist. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report.
The second half just about to get going here. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
They've got Klay Thompson. Harrison Barnes is out there with Draymond Green. Then it's Curry. And it's Bogut in at the 5 spot. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with.
And remember, you go back to when Steph Curry was in college, more of a shooting guard at Davidson, but he's worked relentlessly to not only improve his ball handling, but his vision. And now, all of a sudden, he's one of the most elusive ball handlers in the NBA.
And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
You know, I got to say, Clark, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going to go.
We saw it ended up right where it was supposed to, in the basket.
It sure did.
And guys, you know what? Neither did the defense. I don't think they had a clue.
Griffin a screen on Curry. Paul dishes to Griffin. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Griffin's got 4 points this quarter.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Jacks up a 3. Curry can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 13. Down low. Here's Green, and it's blocked by Curry. Here's the break. Matthews with the steal. Paul against Thompson. Paul right side. Pass to Griffin. Back to Paul. Fires for 3. Off the mark.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth.
And obviously, Chris Paul's one of the most highly recognized players in the game. High school All-American, college All-American, NBA Rookie of the Year. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He laid one thing out there for them, saying, now is the time to eliminate any chance of a mistake. We've got a good lead. Don't take any unnecessary risks or commit a silly foul. Smart basketball from here on out.
Highly decorated Chris Paul, multiple NBA All-Team selections, all defensive team selections. No MVP yet. It's probably right around the corner, though, for him.
Yeah, you know what? He's only worried about one thing, though, and that's hoisting that Larry O'Brien championship trophy at some point in his career.
Gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, we've got Johnson. Matthews out there with Rivers. Then there's Griffin, and it's Rush in at the small forward.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been awful.
Boom! And nobody getting in the way.
Not at all. Major throwdown there.
And if you thought this game was over already, you're probably right.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's staring us right in the face, and we've been around long enough to know when a game is over. And this one is in that category.
Gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Johnson. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. Good.
And didn't have to go strong there. Just a little bit of the finger roll to get it up over the D.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Redick is in the corner. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Rivers kicks to Griffin. The rebound by Ezeli.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
And here's Korver from the arc, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Matthews, no one around him, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Now here's Curry. Launches it. Can't get it to fall. And so the home crowd treated to a win. This game